So a bunch of you asked to show how I set up OPNsense as a transparent bridge. So here's a full step-by-step you can follow from a fresh install. This is perfect if you want to drop a firewall in between your router and switch without changing your IP scheme or reconfiguring everything. So right after the fresh install, you can go through the initial wizard. This makes sure that DNS is correct so OPNsense can still update later. Next, you're going to go into firewall, NAT, and then outbound, and we're going to completely disable NAT. So you're going to go into system, settings, tunables, and set bridge to equal 1, and then set member to equal 0. After that, we're going to create our bridge, so you can go into interfaces, devices, bridge, create a new bridge, and then add your interfaces that you are going to be bridging. In my case, I just have a WAN and a LAN. Next, you need to make sure that you disable DHCP and DNS on your LAN interface. This also ensures that whatever router or firewall you have in place that's going to be sitting in front of this still handles all your DHCP and all of your DNS. Next, we're going to set an IP address to that bridge, so you can go under interfaces, assignments, enable the new interface, give it a static IP that's going to be on your management network, and this is how you're going to be able to access OPNsense after the switch. Next, just to get everything up and running, you're going to add a pass all rule to each one of your interfaces. So you're going to add it to the WAN, LAN, and then your new bridged interface. Once these are in place and you realize that everything's working, you can tune your firewall rules however you would like. Now we need to add a default gateway for our firewall so it can still reach out and get updates. So you're going to go to routing, gateways, create a default gateway pointing to your upstream router. Next, we're going to disable our WAN and LAN, and make sure you disable your LAN last, because as soon as you disable that, you're going to lose access to whatever you're plugged into right now. And now that all that's configured, you can finally move this in place and connect it right in between your router and the rest of your network. So in my case, it's going router, and then it's going to go into the OPNsense WAN port, and then OPNsense is going to go into the LAN port on my switch. And as long as everything is configured correctly, you should be able to access the management IP that you set up on that interface, and the rest of your network should be working. Now you can configure rules and block any traffic that you don't want to access your network. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer them the best I can.